pretty lean range
so
there.
So that's my total?
That's your total. That's your body fat percent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, what is goody, everybody? Welcome back to episode number 2. And first off, guys, just want to say Happy New Year and thank you for the massive support that we've got on episode 1. The Keto Cut community Facebook page has been insane. So many of you are like commenting on your weight, what you're eating, what you're working out. So that is just awesome. I can't thank you guys enough. So thank you for the massive support. And let's all support each other. Let's get on that Facebook page. Let's encourage each other. Let's motivate each other, and let's keep inspiring each other. Remember, 2019 is all about positive vibes. It's all about keeping that negativity out. All those negative vibes that were in 2018, all those people that claim to be your friend, but really they were just sneaky snakes in the background. We do not need them in our lives anymore. 2019, nothing but positive vibes. So like I said in episode 1, today is the day we are going to do a DEXA scan. So we're going to figure out how much body fat I have. You know, it's just been like one of those days. It's just like it's nasty outside. You don't want to do anything. You just want to be in your warm bed, snuggled up. But we don't have time for that, guys. We got goals. We got things we need to accomplish. So let's get this camera. Let's go check out this body scan and see what my numbers are. Filming this for my YouTube channel.
All right,
is that cool?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
All right.
Got this.
So let's get that right side. That's the only side we need to get in.
Okay, so.
Perfect. Your right side is in right now. Just keep those fingers straight. Okay. Perfect. Yep. Okay. All right.
They were good?
Yeah. Let me. Here are your results, Logan. Right. So this is a printout of your scan, so you can see your left arm is out. So what it's going to do is just mirror your right side to your left side, so you'll see that on the back. So bone tissue is white tissue, red tissue is fat tissue, anything in between is lean. So all your numbers correspond along the lines up here. So the bone mineral content is dry bone. All that fluid is going to be located in that lean tissue number. And that lean tissue number, fat or muscle, of course, being the heaviest of that tissue. So looking at your body fat percent, you can use our chart down here. This is based on our data. We've done about 60,000 scans or so. So you can see you're in a pretty lean range there.
So that's my total?
That's your total. That's your body fat percent.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot lower than what I was anticipating.
Really?
I was anticipating over 20.
Yeah.
DEXA, I know, is always the most accurate.
It is the most accurate, and sometimes ours does show higher compared to other test results. But yeah, I mean, you're
16,
today,
and then okay, so what is fat tissue? What is that? Like so much fat I have? Like
yes.
32. Yep. Okay.
This is your that's muscle and fluid organs. Anything that is not bone or fat is going to show up as lean tissue, but of course muscle is the heaviest of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So your regional assessment, all these numbers correspond along these regions here. So when you do get scanned again, your fat tissue and lean tissue will show from your baseline today to your next scan. Okay. So what's really cool about that is you'll be able to see in what regions you're losing or gaining.
Exactly.
Of course, gaining that lean tissue, and this number we want obviously.
So with the trunk 18, that's where I hold a lot of my...
That's where it's showing, Okay. So within the trunk, so this is your trunk region. If you cut off your arms, legs, and head, not to be gruesome, that's your trunk. Within the trunk is your android, which is your waist, and your gynoid, which is the hip region. So I'll go over those a little more on the other side. But the gynoid region is partially in the trunk and partially in the legs. So when looking at that number, that's where that kind of differentiates from there. So on the other side, your resting metabolic rate is calculated. That's a pretty accurate number, even though it is calculated. It's based on the amount of lean tissue you have. So if your lean tissue changes, this number changes.
Okay.
So you definitely want to make sure you're eating more than this. If you eat below that number, you're just losing that lean tissue, which you don't want to do.
You don't want to lose. Okay, and that lean tissue is, like I said, that muscle.
Yep. That's
okay. Okay.
So this is the amount of calories you need.
I'm definitely eating more than that.
Yeah, that's good, because that's what you need just to lie there and breathe. Some people get really
that's very interesting, guys, when I show you this number, but that's awesome.
Yeah. Some people see that and they think, what, I need to eat that much, and that just shows you,
exactly.
It puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
So android gynoid waist to hip ratio. So physicians use this ratio to determine disease risk for metabolic disease, type 2 diabetes, things like that. So within this ratio, and you can see where your number here is, so you're a little above there. So to reduce this ratio, it's important to really focus on this android region, but it could also just be the way you're proportioned. Men are shaped differently, of course.
Sure.
So lowering this region here will reduce that ratio pretty quickly.
Okay.
So this region is very important because it contains that visceral adipose tissue. So this is your android region. The number 2 is the subcutaneous. That's what we can feel and squeeze and touch. That visceral adipose tissue is underneath the muscle around the organ. So that's the unhealthy stuff that we do not want.
Okay.
So the physicians recommend that to be as close to 0 as possible. So right now, you can see you're in a healthy range. For men, 1 pound is the low average. So as long as you're below that number,
it's
good.
And I'm at 0.67.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so the closer to 0, of course, the better. So you're pretty close there. So you're in a healthy range for that number. Your numbers look great. So there you go. Now you got a good baseline to start from.
There you go.
You know the
thank you,
data.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
It's my pleasure.
I'm going to tell you a story after this clip, so thank you so much. Where can people go and get these body scans?
So you go to bodyspec.com, and we are in California, Southern California, Northern California, and we are also in Seattle, and we're new here in Austin, so make sure if you're here in Austin to check us out. Go to our website, go to make an appointment, and you can select a location that you want to schedule your DEXA scan and come and see us.
Nice. There you go, guys. All right, so I'll see you here in a bit, but I got a funny story to tell you. All right, guys, so those were the numbers. I am really surprised that 16.2 was my total body fat, because I really thought it was going to be over 20. I really did. I was guessing around 22%, but we're at 16, which is a really good number, and then fat tissue 32. So hopefully we can get that somewhere in the 20s, maybe get that total body fat to the 10s, maybe even lower. That's what we're shooting for. But I have a very funny story to tell you guys, and shout out to Madeline, that was her name. Man, she was super nice. So guys, I went in there at my appointment at 3:15. We got in there. I didn't know it was gonna be in a van. Like, I had no clue it was gonna be in a van. They shut the door, laid me down. That thing was about to come, and like, I just totally freaked out, guys. You guys know this. I've talked about this before. I am claustrophobic. And I completely freaked out, and I felt really bad because I was like, dude, like, how am I gonna do this? I already told my subscribers that I'm gonna do this DEXA scan. I'm freaking out. My heart's just like pumping. She's got appointments after appointments, so I'm kind of messing up her schedule. And she's like, look, like, what do you need for me to help you get through this? And I'm like, look, can you like leave this door open? I know it's super cold outside, but when you shut that door, the thing's going over me. I'm kind of freaking out. And she's like, look, yes, I'll totally do that. And I was like, look, give me some time. I just can kind of clear my head and kind of get out of this freak out mode. She's like, look, come back in about 45 minutes. We'll get you in here again and we'll try it again. And kind of psyched myself out. I was like, hey, I got this. And even my wife called and she was like, yo, where are you at? And I'm like, I'm doing my body scan. She's like, you're still doing that? I'm like, yeah, I freaked out on the first time. She's like, come on. She's like, kind of give me a little motivational speech, like, calm down, you got this, don't worry about it. Because I was already in my head like, man, what am I going to tell my subscribers? Like, episode 2 is going to come, and I'm like, guys, I'm going to start off with an apology. Like, I'm sorry, I failed you because I can't do it. But we did it, man. So I went back in there. She left the door open. She put a little pillow on my head, and as soon as the scan was done going over my neck or going over my head, she was like, okay, we can talk now. That kind of helped me through. We're kind of talking. So definitely shout out to Body Spec, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you for taking the time. I apologize for backing up your very tight schedule because I'm claustrophobic. Thank you, Madeline. That really does mean a lot to me. So it's raining, it's cold. We got to get home because I'm hoping we can still work out. So yeah, I'll see you on the flip side. All right, guys, what a day. Finally made it to the gym. Like I've almost had like literally no food, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. For the pre-workout for today is gonna be Keto Pump. I got my trusty bottle of water, got my little container. Boom, 1 scoop going in. So if you guys are interested in doing the same workout as me, head over to the Ketogenic Cut community. I posted week 1's Keto Cut bodybuilding program already. Feel free to screenshot it, feel free to do it, leave comments below what you think, but we're gonna get started, so let's do this. The one thing we haven't done yet is got my weight. So let's get my weight. Here we go. Here we go. Take the shoes off. Let's go. 201, guys. So there it is. We got my body fat percentage. We got my weight. So those are the starting stats for the Ketogenic Cut. We have a long road ahead of us, but it's all right because we're in this together. So gonna pack up our stuff, head home, see baby low, and then have our literally probably our official first meal of the day. Oh my baby, you still feeling sick, mamas? You still feeling sick? Come on, Dada. Say everybody hi. Say hi. All right, guys, so it is confirmed baby Lo has an ear infection. I know that's why she hasn't just been like herself in like the past 4 days, and we were wondering what was going on. Like she just was crying, she was very, very fussy, and went to the doctor today and confirmed she has an ear infection. So thank you for your thoughts, thank you for your prayers, everyone who left comments wishing baby Lo to get better. So they got her some medicine. Hopefully she gets better because we have a trip coming up very, very soon. I haven't announced it yet, but I'm hoping she gets better because we really, really want to go on this trip with her. Right, mamas? I know. All right, guys, so we came to Five Guys. I just had to think of something quick. Like, today has just been insane. Go, go, go. Obviously, I haven't been home. And yes, I know that I told you in the last episode that I have macros that I want to hit every single day, but I also told you those macros aren't the end-all, be-all. So you got to look at the bigger picture, right? So, like, as long as I get my set macros for the week, I'll be fine. So if I eat a little bit less today, I'll eat a little bit more tomorrow. It's all good. It's all looking at the bigger picture. Please, if you're going to count macros, do not get upset, do not get down if you don't get those certain macros in that one day. Look at a bigger picture. Look at it for the week. Look at it for 2 weeks. You can even look at it for the month if you really want to dive that deep into it. So definitely not worried about it. Needed something quick. Like I said, Lo is sick, so we got to get back to my parents' house. So as soon as the food gets here, I'll show you how it looks and kind of explain everything I ordered. All right. So the food is here. Show you how it looks. Boom. So you know, it's funny. A lot of people don't know that you can order a bunless burger. Like a lot of people are like, yo, where'd you get that? I didn't know they did that at Five Guys. Yes, they do. So here we go. Look at this. We got the meat right there. We got the cheese. We got the bacon, and we got the jalapenos. Now, this is like literally the first meal of the day, and the reason why, guys, is because my DEXA scan was at 3:30, and it says to come in fasted. So I was like, okay, well, that's no big deal. I normally don't have my first meal until about 1:30, so I said, hey, what the heck, another 2 hours won't hurt. Well, then got into the DEXA scan at 3:30 and had that complete freak out mode. Had to come back an hour later after I kind of like got myself after I regathered myself, kind of calmed myself down, went back for the DEXA scan at 4:30, finished that. So then I was like, look, I gotta get home. I gotta beat this traffic. So luckily I had keto meal in my truck. So I had 2 scoops of keto meal, but that's pretty much all I had for the day. So my macros are super low, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna force feed myself. I'm not gonna have like one massive big meal just to like try to get my calories in, my macros in, right? I'll be fine. As long as I get it in for the week, the next 2 weeks, for the month, we'll be okay. Like I said, it's always best to get whole foods in, but again, no one's life is perfect. We all have this go life mentality. You know, you gotta pick up your kids, you gotta pick up your wife, you know, you got things to do. Our work schedules are all different, so you just gotta get in what you can. So that's why I always have keto meal with me at all times. So let's put some of this mustard on here. I know a lot of you don't like mustard, but hey, it's all good. And then I'm gonna dig in, and then we'll finish off this clip as soon as we get home. But I gotta show you this first bite. Look at that. Look at that. Little jalapeno. All right guys, so we're gonna end the video like this. Like I said, macros are pretty low for the day, but like I said, that's okay, nothing to stress about. Another major tool that I'm going to use for my ketogenic diet is intermittent fasting. Yes, I'm a huge believer in intermittent fasting. I did it the first keto cut. Well, actually, I've done it all keto cuts, and to be completely honest with you guys, I absolutely love intermittent fasting. I hate waking up in the morning having to eat. Like that was like one of the major like struggles with the keto bulk. Getting up every day, thinking about food. If I woke up late, like, oh man, I'm backed up on meals. Now I gotta stack these meals, and I just hate force feeding myself. Like I just hated it. Like I'm telling you, the keto cut, the main thing I was looking forward to was intermittent fasting. Yes, so there are tons of benefits. So you may ask yourself, should I intermittent fast? Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. There's definitely many forms of intermittent fasting. You can do the basic 16 hours, which is the one I like to do. Some people go 24 hours every once in a while. Maybe they do it once a week. Some people even go 2 to 3 days of intermittent fasting. Yes, and there are tons of benefits. So I wrote it in my notes. I'm gonna go over a couple of benefits just briefly, and you can decide whether you wanna do intermittent fasting or not. So number 1, it promotes blood sugar control by reducing insulin spikes. Of course, when you're snacking and you're eating all day, especially high carb foods, you're doing this to your insulin all day. You're just spiking it throughout the day. When you intermittent fast, you're not doing that because your eating window is very short, and plus you're probably only eating maybe twice at the maximum 3 times in that short little window. When you spike insulin, that gives a signal to your body to like hold fat. So again, to keep it short and simple, control insulin and you will control body fat. Number 2, promotes better health by fighting inflammation. We can all use that. Number 3, it can improve blood pressure and cholesterol levels. So there you go. That's another good one. Number 4, it'll boost brain function. It just makes you sharp. Like, I don't know what it is about intermittent fasting. You just need to try it. Like, you just become so much sharper. And you would think like, hey, if I don't have food, I'm not gonna be able to think. No, it's the complete opposite, guys. I'm telling you, you get like in this little like focus zone, like tunnel vision. Your brain just becomes so sharp, and you dial everything in when you intermittent fast. That's just, at least that's how it works for me. Number 5, it also aids to weight loss by limiting calorie intake, obviously because you have a very short window, and it also boosts the metabolism. Obviously you want to boost the metabolism. If you boost your metabolism, you're going to burn more calories, you're going to burn more fat, exactly what you want, especially when you're doing a keto cut. And the last one, which is my favorite, it can help growth hormone. I mean, that's what we all want, especially us bodybuilders, right? When we're working out, we want to spike that growth hormone. That's what's going to help you build muscle. That's going to help you ramp up your metabolism. The more muscle you have, the easier it will be for you to lose weight. Understand that, okay? So intermittent fasting, again, if you're new to it, you never tried it before, you can always start off slow. Start off by doing like a 14-hour, then a 16, maybe go 24, maybe go 2 days. Just try it out. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to just dive in and say, okay, I'm gonna go on a 3-day fast. Like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. For the most part, I'm gonna do intermittent fasting every single day, minimum 16 hours. So my last meal will be at 9 o'clock, then my first meal at the earliest will be at 1 o'clock. Maybe I'll go to 2, maybe I'll go to 3. Now you also have to remember, I'm gonna be working out fasted as well. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of training and a little bit of cardio in the mornings. Intermittent fasting, guys, I'm telling you, you don't have to do intermittent fasting. You will lose weight on keto, I guarantee. Keto, you can just do keto by itself, you'll lose weight. But you include intermittent fasting, I'm telling you guys, you put those two together, your body fat will just melt off your body like butter. No pun intended, but it's crazy what intermittent fasting will do when you combine it with the ketogenic diet. So definitely that is one tool that I'm gonna use during this cut, and I'm telling you, we're gonna get phenomenal results. If you love intermittent fasting, please leave it in the comments below, because I'm sure there are tons of people who, haven't done intermittent fasting yet and they're thinking about doing it. Just leave it in the comments, guys. We're all here together. We're all community. Leave it in the comments why you do it, why it benefits you, and why you want to continue to do it. So hopefully other people in here can see the comments like, okay, hey, well, help this person do this, help this person, maybe I should do it. And again, it's just spreading that positivity, spreading that knowledge, because we're all in this together. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't joined the Facebook community group, please, link in the description below. So many people are putting like recipes, what they're eating, putting their transformation pictures from day one. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's so hard to not get on that like Facebook group and not just get motivated and just want to go kill it the next day. So thank you guys. And like I said, if you want to know my workouts, I'll put my workouts in there for this whole week. So if you are interested in doing that, go ahead. And the beauty about this Facebook group, guys, it's free. It's free. It's a public group. You guys are more than welcome to join in. You don't have to pay anything. There's recipes, there's workouts, there's motivation, inspirational stories. So there's no reason for you not to join the group, guys. So please go join it. So that's going to be it for episode 2, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, guys, hit that subscribe button. Share this video on your Facebook, man. It's January, man. Everyone's trying to lose weight. Everyone's trying to get shredded for the summer. Share this video. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends about Goody Beats. Tell your friends about this keto cut. Tell them about this keto cut community, and hopefully we can get more people to join, because I would be nowhere without you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So as always, guys, I love you. We'll see you on episode 3. Peace.